Home Rugby United, and just over here, see the floodlights there. Oh. Oh. Hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel. So today we are visiting a former abandoned stadium which is now reopened so that teams can play football at it, and that stadium is Millmoor, which used to be the home of Rotherham United, but now it's been used for youth fixtures and women's football as well, and this season it is the home of the Doncaster Bells, and tonight they are taking on Barnsley women. Both these teams play in the Women's National League Division 1, which I believe is the fourth tier of women's football. However, they are in different regions, as Doncaster Rovers Bells are in the northern region and they currently sit in 4th place out of 12 teams, with their last game being a 1-0 victory over Blackburn Rovers, whereas Barnsley currently play in the Midlands Division and their last result was a massive 7-0 win over Lincoln City. So both teams coming into this in decent form, and like I say, this isn't a league game, this is a cup game, more specifically the Women's National League Cup. The Women's National League Cup is split into groups of 4 and both teams have played one game so far, with both teams losing their first game of the group stages, with the Bells losing 5-1 to Hull City and the Barnsley women losing by a goal to 0 to Sheffield United's under-21. So both teams really could do with a win here to keep the chances of going through to the next round, but at least one team has, aren't going to win this game. So supposedly my prediction, who do I think? I think the Bells going to find this a bit tough. Barnsley are a decent team. They're both exactly in the same position in the respective leagues, but I'm going to go for a Barnsley women's win here, so I'm going to go 3-1 to Barnsley. But it should be a good occasion. I do like trying to get to the Bells at least once a season, and like I said, when we're playing at Millmoor, I know it's Rotherham United's old ground, but it's a chance to visit, a ground that never thought I'd get to visit. So of course I'm going to jump at the opportunity and support the Bells at the same time. So anyway, I suppose it's time to make our way down to Rotherham, but just before I do, a couple of things you guys need to do. First one, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel on the road to 3,000 subs, and please like this video as well. Let's aim for 50 likes on this one, and also just let me know your thoughts in the comments on what your thoughts on Bells and Barnsley women and how you think they'll do this season. So now that is, now that things are done, we can make our way to Millmoor. So let's get that train to Rotherham. So the skies are a bit grey, the smell's a bit stronger, and a woman's just called her taxi driver a wanker for not stopping. So that must mean we've arrived in Rotherham. So I think I can see some floodlights in the distance as well, so we're heading to Millmoor. I believe you can see both on this walk as well, the new one and the old one, so let's walk down to the ground and see what we can see. And this is what I'm talking about, where you can see both stadiums. There's the new home of New York Stadium, home of Rotherham United, and just over here you can see the floodlights there. That is the old ground, which is Millmoor, which is where I'm going today. And here we are then, welcome to Millmoor, home of Donny Bells now, former home of Rotherham United, and look at these floodlights. Oh, they're proper floodlights there, but anyway, we're quite early, so we're going to have a look around the ground, see what it's like from the outside, and I'll show you what it's like at the inside. So when I see today's game, and something else I've noticed as well is you can even see the new ground from Millmoor. So yeah, there we go.
And Doncaster Rovers.
Here come the teams.
Stewart, number 8, Ocean Robinson, number 19, Andrew Bozard, and number 18, Carly Smith.
Run away, come on Bells.
Full time at 1-0 to the Bells. Really good run, that.
I'm now back from match, and at full time it finished Doncaster Rovers Bells 1, Barnsley Women 0, and that's a superb win for the Bells against a good Barnsley women team. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Barnsley did have the majority of the play. They definitely looked the stronger team in my opinion, but they didn't really, they did everything but score. I mean, you had plenty of shots, but a lot of them were quite tame and straight at the keeper, and didn't really force the keeper to make that many saves, to be honest with you, or any big saves anyway. But to be honest with you, Rovers didn't have anywhere near as much of a play, but they definitely looked like they have a better chance. I mean, they could have made it 1-0 before that with a shot over bar. We had a few other chances as well, but at the end of the day, goals win games, and that's what we did. And I think defender must be gutting that, a bit unlucky. Slidden to make a tackle and poked it past the Barnsley keeper into her own net, but I thought Barnes played pretty well, but did everything but score. But Rovers Bells took the chances, and they were clinical at the end of the day, because if Barnes had the shooting boots on, they could have won that game quite comfortably, but it weren't to be for them, and that is a superb win for the Bells, and it gets them off the mark in their group and leaves Barnsley on 0 points after 2 games. So Bells, I don't know what's happening in the other game, whether that'll played today or not, but gives them a really good chance of going through to the next stage of the competition. So yeah, it's been good to visit Millmoor for the first time as well. It does feel a bit weird for Bells playing there, to be fair. I wish they could play somewhere in Donny, but I know that is easier said than done. But it don't really feel right playing at Rotherham when you're based in Donny, but nevertheless, they've got to play somewhere, and it's been good to get down to Millmoor, see the old ground, see basically an abandoned stadium, see what it looks like now, and good to see it all, and finally get to visit Millmoor. So anyway, that's been my experience for today, and until the next video, I'm going to leave this one here. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel on the road to 3,000 subs, and also please like this video as well. Let's aim for 50 likes on this one, and please also follow my social media and Gittings PT on pretty much everything. Let me know your thoughts on the match down in the comments, and I think both teams will do this season. So the next match on the channel is going to be on the Wednesday. We've got Retford United versus Drumfield Town. So the match on the Wednesday, the video will be out on the Thursday, so make sure you check back for that video to find out how that match goes. So until the next video, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.